Is it difficult to be a simple human being?
In today's time, actually, it is, and that's the rare thing. Actually, if somebody asks me, like, often it happens that people ask me, like, what type of people do you like? Or when I'm speaking with like a girl, okay, and they ask me, like, what type of girl do you like? I say I simple, because these days finding the simplicity in any person. I mean, everybody is trying to be extraordinary, some or the other way. If you see, nobody is ready to accept themselves like simple, because nobody is appreciating simple people these days. But I think that's the real beauty of you choosing, staying simple. So I think, depending upon your maturity of understanding of life, it is hard. Otherwise, being simple is not taking any effort. I mean, for you to be extraordinary, you need to learn multiple things, multiple, all kinds of, efforts. But being simple is just being present. I think it's the most easiest thing, if has to be
Yeah,
taken.
yeah. It's interesting point of view on how to be a simple human being. Of course, there's a lot of people want to be more complicated than they looks like, or sometimes complicated people or smart people, I can say in another way, trying to be or to looks like or pretending like a simple one. Because the simple that's mean you are. It's easy for the person to communicate with simple people. Yeah, we can talk in a simple way. We can use not a very complicated ideas, what topics, what we can talk about, and
Exactly.
this is makes us this is makes us closer to each other because we understand each other. But for complicated, it looks like, oh no, it's complicated and another complicated. It's difficult to make roots that could be together understandable. Yeah,
Exactly.
but sometimes it's another way. The complicated people usually they have some common things because they have like a lot of things, but sometimes although this one is to understand and that one understand, okay, other things I don't understand. But for the simple things that looks like one to one, yeah, and you have to have a simple ideas about how to simplify the all around
Exactly.
you.
So, are you? Which part are you from in Russia?
South
Southern
part,
part
it's
of.
1,000 kilometers south of
Well, I don't
south
know
of
much about Russia, honestly speaking, in terms of the like geographical locations. But again, I had just felt like, asking you this. So, like, I mean, well, how's the weather right now? I think it's almost
Weather
winterish.
is in the morning was 8 degrees and during the day about 15. Sunshine, very nice weather. Yeah, it's a lot of colors, trees, because in India, I don't think they change color during the seasons, but we have very beautiful time in autumn. Then all of the leaves on the trees, they change in
Hmm.
colors, yellow, red, brown, and so on and so on. Beautiful. I met a few people. Actually, I was just returned from the walking about 1.5 hours,
Yeah,
and people they everybody enjoy because it's nice weather, it's
yeah.
perfectly looking nature around us and so on and so on. This is why. And you live in, I think you are living in eastern part of India.
Southeastern part of India, exactly.
Southeast. How you recognize it? What do you think? Why?
Yeah, that could be my next question, actually. How did you recognize it?
Because each part, as you know, it's a different nations actually, right? Yeah, and each part have their native language, and the native language usually making a special pronunciation of English.
Right.
That means you are Hindi.
So, again, I mean,
Namaste.
you absolutely namaste. So,
Namaste
you
Shiva G.
So, oh yeah, the Shivaji things comes more in the northern part of India. So you said, like, I'm from the southern part of India, right? Like, you guessed it because of my accent, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you have Hindi accent, right?
I mean,
Because the
obviously,
people, the people Hindi, they're talking a specific accent. The people
right.
from west, northwest, they speak in Pakistani language because they speak Punjabi. The people from close to Bangladesh, they have a different accent too. From south, also not south, not southeast. from the south. They have also different
So
accents.
I'll tell you, I'm actually from a place we share the closest border to Bangladesh. Actually, so I'm from
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But in Bangladesh, people speak in also different language.
Yeah, they
Like
are like
English,
good in
sometimes
English
they speak
actually.
very clear. Sometimes before accent. Yeah, it's also small country, but at the same time they speak different English.
Yeah, they speak like kind of good because I think mostly they strive to learn English for traveling abroad, so they learn it more on a native level, wherein they sound like a little different to a lot of Indian speakers that you would find out over here.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Because I was working for the medical university, and I had international students, like foreign students from
Right.
South America, Africa, Asia, and so on and so on. And
Mm-hmm.
later on, I was working for the company also in Canada, and I met
Canada.
with people from different part of India. Some can speak perfectly, but they cannot read, they cannot write. Some people, some they need to actually to be educated, and so on and so
Right.
on. And finally, I realized, like in Russia, we have also huge country, very huge, 9,000 kilometers from west part to east part, and
Exactly.
205 nations, native nations, living on this country. 255. And they speak also different accents. I can
Right.
recognize, I can say, oh, yeah, from this place. Yeah, how recognize it? Accent. But we don't feel it, this accent. I feel it because my ears, I can recognize you are from this
Right.
part of the, you are from that part of the Russia, and so on and so on.
Obviously, that comes up with an experience after you dealing with so many people around the world, and you have been in a industry itself where you had to deal with a lot of people with different backgrounds and different
It
places.
also depends of education level. It also depends you are from the place. You can be from the village or you can be from the city. In the city, of course, it's a little bit less accent than people who live in the villages and so on and so on. Actually, I show the people, my students,
Hmm.
very interesting movie. It's about 30 minutes maybe. Movie about how people
So you were a
how
medical professor or like what?
I was working for the universities as a computer science and English teacher. And
Right.
right now I actually graduated aspirantura and very close to PhD, to get PhD. And
Wow.
I just want to tell you one interesting story. Yeah.
Absolutely,
And
please.
this story was, the movie was serial. The serial about how school students go to the school, the road to the school. Maybe you heard about that, or maybe saw that. And two movies actually from India, and one
Right.
from you know that, yeah? Did you see it?
Which movie? The name of the movies?
Road to the school.
Road to the School. Is it like an Indian movie you're talking about?
No, this is French. The
All right.
French
No, no, I'm not.
documentary movie. Documentary movie. It's about the people who actually are spending the whole day from
Hmm.
the morning to the evening, and
Right.
this was about two girls, about
Hmm.
11 years old, and they living in a village, and village actually situated in a minor area, like a
Right.
lot of walls there and so on. It's at 4 a.m. they wake up and they go to the mine to get coal, and they
Cool.
put it
Exactly.
there, that, and they wear it to home. And money, and few times they doing it. They're dirty. They decided to clean the
Exactly.
clothes, and after that put it back and everything, and take the shoes. They didn't put shoes on the legs. They
Just
usually
hold
take,
it.
yeah, they hold it and they go to the school. Whole school is about several kilometers, maybe five, maybe seven, from their house.
So the documentary was made in India, is what you were saying?
This is, yeah, yeah, this is very interesting. Why? Because at the end it was very poor, the very poor school. They don't have
Hmm.
a names, they have a number.
So
Number
I'll
two,
tell you.
65. Yeah, this is student. Number 100, 300, and so on. But the end of this story was very interesting. The French reporter asking them, what you wish actually in your life? And what both girls said, I want to be educated and I
Right.
want to help my family.
Exactly.
That's something. My students was very surprised. because we the students was actually kind of in the better positions, but they usually saying like lazy, they don't want to study anything and so on. But after this movie, I said them, and can you compare the result? You have everything, but these children don't have anything, but they want to be educated. They want to help
Exactly.
their parents. That's something.
I'm sure the documentary that was made was actually from the neighboring state of mine, where I actually like from the state that I live into the neighboring state. So we have a state called Jharkhand. Jharkhand,
Yeah, yeah,
actually,
maybe.
and Jharkhand is one of the India's and I think in Asia's as well one of the leading
Okay,
coal
give me 15
producers.
seconds. I'll find it. I'll find it. Just a second. Yeah, you can talk. Yeah,
कौन है?
yeah.
अबे रुक बात कर रुक, एक सेकंड. अबे रुक कैमरा में मत आना. Yeah, were you able to find it? I'll tell you, it's
Yeah,
actually
oh,
Jharkhand. It's actually Jharkhand. The documentary that was made. Jharkhand,
yeah, yeah,
Dhanbad.
yeah.
These are the places actually which produces coals. I mean, you would see, all those lavas bubbling out while walking down the road itself. So it's a very kind of
Yeah.
a place.
Oh no, it's a different, not this one. Yeah,
So if you
but
if
looks
you
like this.
type if you type this particular spelling, you would be able to find out. Let me.
Okay, you can find it by because I'm finding it for you. It's like you can find the road to the school, India,
The road to
and
the
the
school in
French
India.
movie because they have the French École school. It's in the French, and the impressions what I get from this movie, as I said, end of the movie, that two girls really have a very good soul.
Exactly. It's actually has been the case. So see, I think I have spoken to so many people in episode, and so I have never traveled abroad or have never experienced the like I have seen things in the internet, right? But have never experienced things what actually is in real. Like in if I talk about any foreign countries, but what I have understood speaking, I have spoken to almost thousands of people on episode in the last 1.5 years. Something that I have noticed, not with anyone, but comparatively to me, okay, that if I compare myself with the other people from like Russia or like any country if I talk about, but I will not count those countries like the Asian countries because in Asia people have saw the struggles. Like if I talk about the Indonesia, the Philippines, the India, at least these countries, they saw the struggle within their daily lifestyle. So the mindset and the thought of their person is far more different than the people that I've spoken from rich countries like America, UK, England, Russia, and these other places. So I think somewhere or the other these daily life struggles are the ones that makes you a strong person.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Agree, because the difficulties make people stronger, but in the same time more interesting inside. Because in these situations and after difficult situations, the people usually want to help other people.
Yes, so I'll tell you. I mean, that is what I was actually on a. So there's this one YouTuber friend of mine, and she teaches English, and I was on a call with her, and I told her that maybe the people in the West, or like the kids of like somebody of my age, they may be driving Ferrari, or like they may be good at paragliding, they may be good at a good swimmer or a skydiver, because obviously they have got so much to explore. But let's say a normal kid from a very like normal background in the life in terms of lifestyle from India did not had the opportunity to discover so many things of life. But if I talk about the mental stressness, the mental the power or the potential is far more better than the Western guys. I mean, when it comes to real life struggles, I mean, I have the ability to not being able to eat for like next 3 days, but I can live up with just a, a bottle of water, and I'll still be able to not lose my hope out of life, and I'll get out of it. This is kind of a grit that I have within me. I can say that with a pride because I've gone through with those level of life struggles. And when it comes to people, so luxury obviously doesn't teach you much. So this is the thing about life is I have understood.
I agree with you. The thing is, the Russia and European country, they live actually different life. Like England or French people, they never struggle actually. In
Exactly.
Russia, we had a very difficult 20th century. After revolution and before Second World War and after Second World War, and my parents was hungry all the time. Like they didn't have anything to eat, and they try to find
Right.
to eat grass during the summertime. In the wintertime, they
Exactly.
try to dig like a soil and to find some of the potatoes and so on and so on. And this is actually makes my mom and my grandparents like very care about food, about bread, about food, and so on and so on. This is the now generations, of course, they don't know it, and they didn't became like angry to anybody. They just understand the world supposed to be in a very good positions. No peaceful position is first one, and the second, be kind. If somebody wants to ask you about food, of course, you can help if everything like that.
So I'll tell you that recently I was thinking this, and it is all about the parenting. So I mean, whatever I have become in my life, I have not become just by birth, but it everything has been dependable when I was not in my senses. It was my parents who made sure that the upbringing of mine as a person I get those teachings in my life, those principles in my life that makes me whatever the person I am today right now. So these days the parents are like literally ruining their children's life. So if I compare a human parent, the level of parenting or the parenting pattern that these days the humans are doing, I think the animals in the jungles, they have got much more better parenting patterns than the humans. The reason, because if I'm a baby deer, okay, a baby deer, my mother, if I am in the jungle, my mother won't be hanging around with me 24/7, because they know it is a jungle, it is a wildlife. For a certain period of time, the mother will be with me, but at the end of the day, I will be left alone to eat the grass, to take care of my life, and to survive in this wild. But these days, the level of parenting and the level of parenting has been turned into more of an over pampering. You see, the parents are so much over pampering the children, and they are not making them stronger mentally. That out there, when the person after 15 or 16 years of age, like when a kid is going outside and sees the outer world is not as good as their parents. It's very cruel, it's very wild, and that is when the real struggle comes in. So these days the parenting pattern, or the parents has to be educated that over pampering is doing nothing but killing your child's mind. I mean, ruining the entire life. Because I had it, my parents, some or the other way, did pampered us a lot. And when I actually grew up, when I actually went outside, like if I talk about 5 years 7 years back, I had a big time. I had a very big, hard time. I had a very hard time dealing with people, and it took me good 4 5 years of stress, frustrations, and all kinds of things to become what I've become. To empty my mind and my perceptions about life, about people, because this is what I've been taught by my parents and everything. So these days, let's say if I have a cousin of mine, okay, or like a small baby of my house, like anybody in my family, I don't say that I don't have my affection towards baby people, like small kids and everything. But if they ask for a glass of water, I tell them go and get yourself. So these small little things. I mean, these days what's happening is that if a kid is saying that I'm feeling thirsty, the parent will get them a glass of water or a bottle of water, right? So everything is
Yeah.
getting right in front of the plate. So these are the small little things. I mean, if they'll eat something, I mean, my parents were like, if I've ate something, I will not wash the dishes. My mom will take care of it. But why? I'm eating it. I should be taking care of the dishes of myself. So these small little things will eventually train your brain to take care of your bigger things in life when you grow up. So the parenting plays a very crucial role of building a person.
I agree, completely agree. Yeah, and it's not the first idea from you that came that the parents supposed to be educated. It's at first, if they wasn't educated during their childhood by their parents because they was busy, or my grandparents was busy a lot with responsibilities at job. But anyway, if you became a parent, you have to read a lot of books, like read how to teach your own children to be good human beings, how to behave in small societies like in the nursery time, in the school time, and so on and so on. How to also uh, to make environment in your own family, and how to follow rules that usually creating their parents and grandparents. I agree with, but some of the stories for some of the families and schools and so on, this is working well. But for some, it's not because uh, right now a lot of usually parents just want to give the smartphone. Okay, this is for smartphone for 2 years old or for 5 years old, their child, and they don't want to educate them, and they usually miss a lot of with that. After that, they don't understand why these children don't listen me, why they don't have any
Exactly.
responsibility at home, and so on. This is the biggest problem, and the problem is not going to disappear because the cell phones selling all the time. Computers even don't know even how to use computers. Most of them just know how to use uh, sensor screen on the phone.
Exactly.
That's it. Yeah, and how to change the world? Impossible to change. Impossible because in most of the cases, usually if parents busy, they don't want to spend time with their children. Just recently, few minutes ago, I was talking with one man. He thought he has three children at home and he is busy with his job and he don't have time to be with his own children. And another case, if parents don't like
Exactly.
busy much, also their parents usually sitting by their own phones and they want to spend time with their own children. It's another thing. And who teaching them TikTok? What TikTok about? About nothing. About things that's usually not helping to survive. That know how this is TikTok. No, don't help also with parenting, yeah, with educating, with
Exactly.
a nice level, about anything, about psychology, about elementary things, what you have to do if you want to live your own life. Uh,
Right.
Simple things like how to prepare food, how to clean house, how to talk with other people, how to create goals, what you need to do in your life, and so on and so on. And I don't have any idea what happened. Just maybe an hour ago, we was talking with my friend. He was saying, I don't know what happened. Yeah, in 20 years we will be behind, and what people will be here, and how they will be uh, surviving
Exactly.
without this crazy world, and we don't have any idea.
I think I would wanted to speak to you more, but obviously we are out of time now. And it was really great talking to you, by the way, Alex. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.